today. Dr. Black is an attorney. She's also got several other degrees, but one in that of social work and working with children in the foster care industry and adopted children. But basically, she lives and works and practices in the Houston community. But she has an impact that is statewide or really globally. And she's kind of worked in and out of this community because she's from Longview, Texas. But I want to ask you a question professionally, as you see working in the legal capacity. What is your thought process on maintaining your identity as a Christian right now in this season of meshing? Because a lot of people are doing some synergistic things that with the faith, okay? Yeah, that are not of faith. The synergisms of things that we do as you practice and you walk. How do you maintain your faith walk as you practice?
All right. Now, see, that was a whole question and a half right there, wasn't it?
Yes, go for it.
I'm just like all of you. We are afflicted, but we are not crushed. And we have to remember that. You have to know who you are. And part of your faith walk is to remember that. You have to feed into yourself, not only just affirmations. You got to pick up that Bible and read it and know what you're supposed to be doing. You got to know where you are supposed to be. You know, when we talk, I have to remind myself, I need Jesus like I need air. I need Jesus like I need breath. What does that look like for me? COVID changed that for a lot of people. It made people start doubting themselves. Then the behaviors changed. Because when we changed what we were doing that was keeping us close into relationship with God, our behaviors changed. You started seeing violence. You started seeing people talking about others, bringing others down. Come on now, if we're going to be victorious, we have to empower each other and lift each other up. We can't lose sight of that. I might not like how you walk, what you choose to do, and what values you feel like you bring to the table. I don't have to agree with you, but I do know that I'm going to lift you up. I do know that I'm going to speak life into you because God loves us all. God has a place for us all, and it might not be the same place for me, it's the same place for you, but he has a place for us all. And COVID kind of took that away from some of us. We did lose a sense of our identity and who we were or who we thought we were. We were used to going into the church. Now, how many people out here are going to really be honest? Let's be honest. You went to church. You praised the Lord. Then Monday came. What happened? And then COVID came through, and there was no go to church on Sunday. Now, what did you do? Who did you become? Or did you still remember who and whose you were? Is anybody in here going to be honest and say, hey, that changed a lot because I was used to this pattern. I got my praise on at church, and then I had to start looking at things differently.
Listen, I'm going to ask a question because we need to address that because I need to say something. Did it really change or did it just reveal? Because right now I want to say something to you. Because the church as usual had to shift, but we don't change, right? Because actually God used it to reveal. People were going to church, but we're supposed to be the church. So we ain't supposed to shift just because something come through. I'm sorry, I had to say something because people need to be called out and rebuked.
Okay. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Say it no.
I'm sorry. People need to know you're not right. But it's okay because people didn't know. He said no longer, I'm not even on the table. I'm going to sit down.
Yes, you are. You are part of the panel. She said a whole
no longer
word.
Church as usual.
That's right.
You own something.
No longer church as usual. She said revealed to yourself. Revealed to yourself. Now, COVID was a challenge for all of us. What was revealed? Did we dig in the word? Did we grow closer to God? Did we say, hey, I don't need the four walls of the church. The four walls of the church are helpful. The four walls of the church are what help us cope and keep us going. But I don't need the four walls of the church to have this relationship with God. I'm going to pick up my authority and I am going to say I still am the same victorious person regardless of whether I have the four walls of the church. I'm not going to end up in jail. I'm not this person that I really must have been, because we're talking about revelations here. I revealed that what I thought I was really is not, but what did I do about it? Now, some of us rose to the challenge, but then some of us didn't. But COVID has helped us all find new ways to seek God. It was imperative, because if you didn't, you lose. Pick up your authority. Now, she asked me from the legal perspective. I'm going to talk about that from the legal and from the therapeutic perspective, because I'm also a therapist. We saw people realizing who they were when they had to be around other people. You have people that put themselves on a pedestal. I'm this person. I'm doing the right thing. I am who God says I am. Yes, you are. That didn't change. You are who God says you are. But the person that you realize you were is not who God said you are. So a lot of people had to rethink who they were, how they operated, how they walked. And there was a lot more legal cases, a lot more divorces, a lot more separations, a lot more violence. People, when they were tasked with dealing with other people and dealing with themselves, some of us couldn't handle it. So COVID put the pressure on us. We are afflicted but not crushed. So even if this was a rough journey, it's okay. You are victorious. You have to know this. You have to know this. This is nothing to God. He already knew it was happening. He knew it before even your inception and you were thought of. He knew what you were going to do. He knew COVID was coming. He knew how you were going to react. He knew some of us might fall back and slip a little bit. He knew some of us were going to rise to the occasion. But all you in here know, pick up your authority today. If you hadn't already done it, pick it up today. Pick it up today. Firm up your relationship with God. If you already think you've done it, guess what? Do it some more. Dig in deeper, because there is no one that is too close to God to get closer.
I love that. Boom. Essentially, be the standard you speak of. Be the standard you speak of. I love that. This is Evangelist Treese. She's an evangelist, but she's